Hi everyone, for today's video it's just going to be a haul video, and it's not a lot of products really, but I actually purchased some stuff while I was in my home in the province that I needed for work. And I have makeup, I have hair products, and I have brushes here with me. And I actually wanted to go to the Dior and Chanel stores here because I wanted to get new foundations to try out, but I actually just got swabbed yesterday for work, so this means that I cannot leave the house up until the day that I'm supposed to be on set. So we just have to do with what we have here with me for the time being. So let's start the video. Alright, so let's start with Laura Mercier first. I have two orders here which I placed weeks apart. And the first order that I have here contains a sharpener and a velour matte lipstick from the holiday collection back in 2020. So the reason why I got this is because it was on sale, and I'm still not convinced with their velour matte lipsticks because I really don't have a nice love affair with matte lipstick. I don't really like them, especially when I have trouble blending them and spreading the colors on the lips. So I'm still on the fence about wanting to use the extreme matte velour lipsticks from Laura Mercier and make them like a permanent part of my kit. And what enticed me to purchase this product is because, again, they are in mini form. So I guess if I don't like it, I don't really have, it's not a waste of money. And because this was also on sale, it's not that heavy on the pockets. So I have two colors here. One is named Vibe. So if we just look at the color here from the bullet, as we say, it has a very nice peachy color. And we have one color here named Fresh, and it has a much more reddish tone to it. So Vibe has a very nudish peachy tone to it. It has a hint of brown on it as also, which is also very wearable. And after I have swatched it on my arm, I felt that it was quite creamy, so that might be easy to use on the lips, but again, I haven't tried it yet. And the next color that we have here is the color Fresh. I think I also have this in my kit at the moment, but I haven't used it yet. But it has a much more deeper tone, cooler, and it has a nice berry tint to it. And what's great about these two colors is that they can work on different skin tones, and you can actually layer them and mix them together to create your very own lipstick color. So that in itself is great. And I also got a sharpener because I needed more sharpeners, because I actually prefer to have one sharpener for different types of pencils. So one is for kohl, one is for lipstick, one is for darker colors, and one is for lighter colors, things like that. So I want to have an array of sharpeners with me at any given time in my kit. And the other order from Laura Mercier that I have here, I purchased this a few weeks ago. My sales associate actually texted me and said that they had like a very nice sale going on, wherein that if you place an order, you get 1,000 pesos off per order. So that was something that I was very keen on participating with, and of course, it's also one way of supporting your sales associates. So I have here some Caviar sticks, a bronzer, and 3 of the new blushes. Alright, so what enticed me to participate in the sale from Laura Mercier here is that Laura Mercier have reformulated some of their products. They have also repackaged them, and one of the things that they repackaged and reformulated were their blushes. So they come in a size like this now. It's quite big, and I haven't tried the formulation yet, so I'm looking forward to playing around with this. And the main reason why I decided to purchase new blushes is because her blushes used to come in a size like this. As you can see here from the middle color, it's one of my favorite colors. This is called Lotus Pink. And well, although I can still use it now, but it kind of like dates my makeup kit, and it kind of like makes this product look older than it is. So I just decided like I think it's time for an update, and I'm just so glad that this sale came about, because like aside, I think the prices of the blush also increased here. So I'm just so glad with the sale because I'm able to purchase a number of colors in one sitting. So I have here 3 very nice wearable colors. So this is called Strawberry, this is called Fresco, and this nice color is called Bellini. So the blushes have also been renamed, and they are now named Blush Color Infusion. Now, I think I read somewhere on their website that It's much more finely milled now, and you can actually layer the colors to the intensity that you want, and they have matte finishes and satin kind of a finish. So I think strawberry here and Bellini are matte finishes. Yeah, because I don't see any shimmer on them. So let's swatch them first. So let's swatch strawberry. So this is how strawberry looks like. It's a very nice cool pink, very pretty, and it doesn't have a lot of white pigments on it as I'm seeing it from the swatch here, so that's actually great. And the next color is Bellini, so it's a much more fresher tone color. Again, this is very wearable. I can use this with people who have like fair to light skin tones. That's a very pretty color, and they're matte. I love it. I love matte shades. Very pretty. And the next color that we have here is the one called Fresco. It has a much more brown hint to it, but it's very light, and it has a very slight sheen to it, which is very nice, because the thing is, if you have brown blushes or brown tone blushes, if it doesn't have any sheen, it can look a little bit dulling on the skin. I was very intrigued by the color Fresco because I love her Fresco colored eyeshadow. So let me just get that so that I can show you guys it. So this is her Fresco eyeshadow, and this is her Fresco blush. So they are almost quite similar, with the blush being lighter, and it has a much more peachier tone to it, while the Fresco eyeshadow here is a much more very neutral pinky brown. So let's just swatch that. So for comparison, I'm gonna put it here. So as you can see, it has a much more pinky brown tone. And I was hoping for a tone like this, but I do understand why it's a much more lighter kind of a brown, because again, it can be dulling. But still, the Fresco blush here is a very nice neutral brown shade that's also perfect to use for people who have light and fair skin tones. And looking at the swatches of the three blushes now, I can actually use Bellini and Fresco together to create a nice depth of color on the cheeks. Now, one thing I have to say with the blushes is that it's a very nice size now. It's much more bigger, because with the previous blushes, but let's just pop it here. So as you can see, the size of the previous blushes are smaller, and I always had trouble picking up the colors from the blush here because the size of the pan is very small. And with the brushes that I have for the ones that I use for blushes are a little bit much more bigger and fluffier than the size of the pan here. But with the new blushes from Laura Mercier, the pans are bigger, and I can see right now that with the brushes that I use for blush, it will fit perfectly into the pan. And the only thing that I'm sad about with her new blushes is that I don't think I can dislodge the pan from the packaging, because with me, I prefer to actually have my blushes in one, like, palette. So because I can't see any like area here where I could like insert a pin to remove it, but I actually don't want to destroy the blush by trying to dislodge it from the packaging with a spatula. That would just like ruin the blush. So anyway, so let's try the blush. So I have Bellini here, and I'm just picking up the color here with my brush, and I'm going to try to see if it layers well on the skin. Because I'm not wearing any foundation right now at the moment, I just have skincare on. And according to the website, you can use this on your natural skin without makeup on, and you can actually layer this to the intensity that you want. And I can see right now that Bellini is imparting a very nice color in the cheeks, very fresh looking. Oh, this is a very pretty color. I love it. I'm glad I got this. And I like that it's matte. Again, I like using matte colors because, I primarily work on film and TV, so again, matte is the norm. I like this color. Very nice, very fresh looking. And I'm also so happy to observe that it's actually quite easy to pick up the colors from the pan. And I was initially like worried on how sheer the color is going to be when it appears on the skin, but truthfully, it's a very nice wash of color, very nice pigmentation, nice formula too. It's not forming any clumps on my skin, and it's not clumping onto my skincare as well, so that's quite great. Okay, so I want to try another color. So I actually want to try so I want to try Fresco now, and I'm going to pick up some of the color with a clean brush, and I'm just going to layer it here on top of the Bellini so that we have a nice sheen of color. And also, I'm trying to see if it can tone down this nice pop of color, but it's actually enhancing the Bellini, and I like it. It's actually making it warmer. Oh wow, this is a very interesting mix. And the sheen on the Fresco is actually quite subtle. I can see some micro glitters flying around, but it's not that bad. And I'm also glad to observe that the glitters on the Fresco is not silver, which is actually great because it doesn't create an ashy sheen on my cheeks. As you guys can see, it has a nice warmth sheen on it that's coming out on my cheeks. That's very pretty. I like that. And the other thing that I bought from Mercier is their Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Bronze 03. Look how pretty that color is. It has a very nice golden hue to it. It has a nice yellowish warmth to it, which is actually great for me because I usually work with a lot of people who have medium skin tones here, and this works well with people who have, like, you know, fair to medium skin tones. And I'm also glad that, to me, in the pan it doesn't look orange, because if anything else, I don't like it when bronzers look orange because that's not quite natural looking. So this is a baked bronzer, and the brush that I want to use is actually there. Hang on. Alright, so I actually want to use my Sonia G Sculpt One brush, and this is made of goat hair, but it's a much more stiffer kind of goat hair, and we actually need brushes that can, you know, disrupt the formula of baked powder products, because you just need stiffer brushes to break through the surface. So I have the product loaded here on the tips of the brush, and I just want to see how well it applies on the cheeks. Now, the reason why I decided to pick this color up because it fits fairly well into my bronzer collection, because I do have the NARS, Laguna, and Casino bronzers, and those are quite neutral, and I needed something that has a little bit of warmth to it and a lot of like nice golden tones. And I'm so glad that the color is registering very nicely and very well here on my cheeks, and this is the color that I have been looking for. Now, I actually wanted to purchase the Hourglass Volume 2, I forgot the full name of it, the palette, like the new, like it had like 3 bronze colors on it, but I actually missed out on the last Sephora sale, so I wasn't able to get that. And I actually saw that it's available right now on Sephora, and I've been wanting to purchase it, but I'm gonna put this on a nice run first before I purchase that Hourglass bronzer. Ooh, this is a very nice color. Very warm. So this powder is actually great to use like if you've had a tan for the past few days and then you've noticed that you're starting to lose the luster of your tan and you're starting to look ashy. The golden tones of this will really help in counteracting that blueness of the ashiness that's going on in your skin, and this will just bring back the radiance and the life into your skin. And I'm also glad to say that it's actually blending extremely well on the skin. Very seamless looking. Very nice and golden as well. Very pretty, very healthy looking. Ooh, I love this. And I also do have to say that for the price of this, especially with the sale, this is a good steal, because this has what, 7.5 grams of product. It's a lot of product. So it's this, I'm sure this product will last you a long time if you decide to purchase it. This is very good value for your money. Alright, and the other things that I bought from Mercier are some Caviar sticks. Now, this is actually the first time that I have bought a matte Caviar stick in the regular size. And this is in the color Fresco. So again, it has a very nice nude brownie pink color. And let's swatch that so that we can see the difference. So of course, because this is a cream product, it's going to appear more intense on the skin. And I love Caviar sticks, you know, because they're very easy to blend and they're very wearable. Now, if we're going to compare the 3 Fresco colors together, so this is the blush, this is the matte eyeshadow, and this is the cream matte eyeshadow, they do not have the same colors. The blush is lighter, the matte eyeshadow is browner, and the cream eyeshadow is pinker. So I'm actually quite excited to use them together to create one look, because truthfully, Fresco, especially the matte eyeshadow, is my go-to eyeshadow colors when I just want to create a very nice natural look on the eyes, especially if I want to add a hint of color. So I use this, but I'm also very careful. I do not use the Fresco colors on someone who is very light and very fair. and who has very pinky undertones, because this can tend to make that person look a little bit like, you know, she's sick, because the pinky tones are just gonna come out on the eyes. But this is a very nice neutral color. It can be used for, like, you know, an all over wash of color in the eyes. It can be used as a transition color. Very pretty color, I have to say, and I'm so excited to try this out for work. Now, the other two Caviar sticks that I have here with me are much more vibrant and much more shimmery in nature. Both are very warm. One has a much more orange tone to it, and one has a much more fiery reddish tint to it. Okay, I'm gonna swatch this color first, this orangey tone, and this is called Sienna. Yes, that's correct. And it actually has a very nice bronzy orangey tone to it, which is again very nice and very wearable. And the main reason why I got this color is because when I saw this, I said to myself, I think this will work well as a base for my apricotine palette from Viseart. So I think they will work extremely well together. And the next color that I'm going to swatch here on my arm is the color Heat. Okay, that's a very pretty color. So it's not as red as I thought that it was going to be, but it has a much more violet-y tone to it, and also very nice wearable color, and I like how vibrant it is as well. Now, the main reason why I love using Caviar sticks is because aside from their vibrancy, they are very easy to use and handle on the eyes when you just want to apply it. And because they are cream products and they're extremely long wearing, you can actually use it as an eyeshadow base. So I really love using this when I just want to layer on colors and create nice eyeshadow looks on the face. So those are all of the products that I bought from Laura Mercier. Okay, so before we move on, let me just remove some of the colors here from my cheeks so that we just have a nice balanced look on the face. And the next box that I have here is from Beautylish. So I ordered this from Beautylish. There was just a little bit of some drama with this delivery because the third-party delivery service that delivers products from Beautylish here in the Philippines actually delivered this to the wrong home, which ended up, like, you know, being passed on from one delivery hub to another, and it ended up in Angeles City, Pampanga, which is 100 kilometers away from me. So I was quite disappointed with this because I actually ordered this way before I ordered everything else that I'm showing here right now, and there were some things that I actually needed for work here that I wasn't able to use. But anyway, I'm just so glad that this got here now. And I do appreciate, by the way, the customer service from Beautylish, because they are very welcoming and they're very understanding as well. Anyways, so I did order a lot of Ardell single eyelashes from Beautylish. I think they had a sale that happened as well, and I was very intrigued by what was on sale, that the only thing that attracted to me was the Ardell eyelashes. And the main reason why is because I think some of these like sold for $1.20, $1.30, or $2, which is actually a steal for me, because Ardell eyelashes here in the Philippines, when it's sold in store here, ranges around a little bit above $10. So I purchased a lot of the eyelashes, and I actually love using individual eyelashes, may they be flared, singles, or like, you know, knotted. This is actually the first time that I'm going to try using Ardell eyelashes, and I'm so excited to try them because, you know, I've heard a lot of good reviews about them, so I really can't wait to try them out. And the other things that I purchased from Beautylish are these brushes from Sonia G. So I think now you understand why I was a little bit upset with this delivery and, you know, being sent from one hub to another, because there are handmade Japanese brushes in the box. So for the Sonia G brushes, I have here two of her smudger brushes. So this is the Smudger One brush, and this is the Smudger 2 brush. So I have been looking around for replacement smudger brushes for the smudger brushes that I use for work, and the main reason why is because my smudger brushes are very old, and truthfully, ever since I started using natural haired bristle brushes for work, I can really feel the difference on the eyelids. Like even on myself, when I use my older smudger brushes, it kind of is painful to use around the sensitive areas of the eyes. Now, I'm really excited to try this out, and maybe I'm gonna do a review video sometime in the future to see how this works with me and how it adapts to how I put on makeup. But the only thing that I am a little bit apprehensive about is The brush heads are actually bigger than I am used to, but I guess that's just something that I have to adjust to, which is actually fine. So these are her smudger brushes. And the other brushes that I have from Sonia G right now are her fan brushes. So this is the Sculpt 3 brush, and this is the Sculpt 2 brush. So as you can see, the sizes here are very different. One is smaller than the other. Now I think with the purchase of these two brushes, it completes my Sonia G fan brush line, and I actually want to create a dedicated video for those brushes, because as you guys can see, I used one earlier. So just a mini comparison here. We have different sizes, we have different types of brush heads, and I'm sure we can use this in many different ways. So I'm not gonna talk about these brushes right now, because this is the first time that I have her fan brushes with dyed Chikuhodo brushes. So I want to see how it works with me, and I also want to see how well it works with the products that I have on my kit. So please hang around for a comprehensive review of her fan brushes. So yeah, I'm so excited for this. So pretty, very soft. But I don't want to use them first right now because I want to wash them. It's always very important for me that when I have new brushes, I have to wash them first before I use them on myself. So those are the things that I purchased from Beautylish. Now in the vein of brushes, I was so shocked that I actually found this sitting tucked away in a corner here in my very messy workstation. And these are actually a few brushes that I purchased off of CD Japan a few months ago. And the brushes that I have here on the box are actually a few pieces of the Silver Fox brushes, the FO series from Chikuhodo. And I think the main reason why I, just left it there is because I wanted to actually complete the set first before I talk about it and before I start using them for work, because I don't want to review one set of the FO series in different videos. I actually want to create one comprehensive video for them, and I have here only 4 pieces, and I think right now there are the complete set of the FO series is around 8 brushes. And yesterday I did place an order for the remaining 4 brushes of the FO series from Chikuhodo. I purchased them through fudebeauty.com. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wait for that order to arrive, and I'm going to use all of the Silver Fox brushes together, and again I'm going to create a standalone video review and demo for that. So please hang around for that. Again, these are very pretty and I'm sure they are very soft. I haven't used them that. I haven't washed them yet, so I'm actually quite excited. And I can't believe that I just have them tucked there in the corner of my workstation. So again, I'm so excited to try this out. And the next products that I'm going to show you are hair products, and this is from Number 4 High Performance Hair Care. Now Number 4 is one of my most favorite hair care brands that I have used on and off for work, and the only problem that I have with this product is that it's only available in the United States. Now lucky for me, back in April, a good friend of mine had a shipping box coming from Los Angeles all the way here to the Philippines, and my good friend Susie, she's a TV host that I work with all the time. She told me like, hey, I have space in the box. Do you need anything from the United States? And I said, yes, it's a great thing. And I decided to purchase some Number 4 hair care products. Now, the great thing with Number 4 products is that they are actually cruelty-free and vegan. So if you're into something like that, this is a great product to look into. So I actually opened them already, mainly because I wanted to check that there was no spillage on. I have here 2 thermal styling sprays, and they come in a bottle like this with a nice cap on, and I have to say they smell amazingly good. So because the main reason why I was really desperate to have this is because if you've seen my birthday haul video, I purchased a Dyson Airwrap, and I believe that this product will work extremely well with the Dyson. Like, you can just spray this on the roots or on the hair, and it just helps you to create that very nice wave. I think I did it on my hair mannequin. Hang on. So this is my hair mannequin here, as you guys can see. So I did this hair yesterday. I was playing around with the Dyson Airwrap, and I was using the thermal styling spray, and this really helped in creating very nice waves here. very pretty, and like, you know, it really keeps the shape. Now I did this hairstyle yesterday afternoon, and this is like the next day at around maybe 12 hours after, 16 hours after. So it's still here, and it still maintains its shape, its wave, and its texture, and it also helps in creating very nice volume on it. So that's the main reason why I really wanted to have this thermal styling spray, because, you know, it just minimizes me from putting a lot of hairstyling products into the hair. Now the other thing that I got from number 4 for this order is the Sugar Texturizing Spray, and again, it still has that amazing scent, and it has this very nice cap on. It's a very secure packaging, by the way. And this is actually my alternative when I am using sea salt spray, because the main problem that I have with sea salt spray is that when I am working with someone in a very humid environment, some of the sea salt spray can become heavy on the hair, because, you know, it has sea salt on it, and salt has a tendency of absorbing water, so it just sometimes weighs down the hair. Now it's fine if that's a look that you're going for, but sometimes when I'm working with someone who has used too much leave-in conditioner, this really helps. And, you know, I know some of you are like wondering using sugar, because not a lot of hair care products have, you know, sugary ingredients on it. And the main reason why I said like, oh yes, this is actually good to use, is because, like, you know, back in the early days when I used to do, like, you know, a lot of pageantry and drag, there are some queens that I saw backstage. They bring like a small like pan with them when they go backstage, and they get like a piece of candy, and they actually melt the candy into the water, and I think this just creates a very sticky, nice texture, and they use that to create, like, you know, volume in their roots, and they also use that water, that sugary water, to add into their hair, and they actually use that to make their curls last longer on their hair. So this is actually great to use. I also use this, by the way, on my mannequin, so it created very nice textured kind of wave, very pretty. It really helped in maintaining the style and structure of the hair. So if this is the kind of hairstyle that you are going for, and you're looking for products to create that kind of a look, please look into number 4 hair care products. They are great. Now I didn't buy this off of their website, because when I checked the website out, their thermal styling spray was actually out of stock. So I bought it off of Amazon from Sleek Shop, according to the receipt here, and this purchase actually came with a free rat tail comb, and we really need a rat tail comb if we need to add more texture and volume into the hair. Bing, bing, bing. Unfortunately, I actually had one more delivery that I have been waiting for from Beautylish, and it seems to be perpetually in transit again, and I was hoping that I would have received it yesterday or even this morning, so that I could show you guys what I ordered, because just for diversity. Anywho, that's it for me today. If you guys have any more questions about the things that I ordered and used today, please leave them down at the comments box below, and let's have a conversation about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye bye.